All right, this is Rusty Hill with WTXY Radio. We are going to be coming from you live for Friday night football this week at 7 o'clock as the Wolfpack from Whiteville host West Columbus in a rivalry game. And I'm here with head coach JP Price. JP, glad to have you today.
Good to be here.
How many years have you been coaching, JP?
So I started in 2009.
Okay.
I was offensive coordinator at Wallace Rose Hill from 2009 to 2016. Spent 1 year at St. James in South Carolina in 2017. And so I've been the head football coach here at Whiteville since 2018.
All right. So what first made you want to coach football?
The love for the game. You know, growing up, I played basketball, football, baseball, whatever sport was in season. And I really took to football probably my sophomore, junior season. My daddy being a head football coach and a lot of the teachers at the school, obviously, you know, as assistant coaches as well. Just the camaraderie, being with your brothers, the relationships that are built that last a lifetime. To me, there's no other sport like football and Friday Night Lights. So really, my father and some of his colleagues, just watching them and how they did it and interacted with kids, kind of what got me influenced.
Now, your father, Joey Price, he was a longtime coach. Where did he coach and have his most success?
Yeah, you know, he started as a volunteer assistant at Tabor City High School. Worked with a longtime coach that's passed away now, a legend in North Carolina, and Jack Holly. Also worked with Brian Aldridge here at Whiteville High School. And he took over the job at South Columbus, I believe, in 1995, and he stayed there until 2008, and then went to Wallace from 2009 to 16, and then retired and went to South Carolina for several years.
Very successful.
Yes.
Some footsteps to follow there.
Yes.
Now, what are you most proud about this Whiteville football program beyond wins and losses?
It's seeing the relationships built. You know, our number one goal is to love one another because love covers a multitude of things. It's the relationships that are built. You know, that teammates one day are in each other's weddings. You know, they may hire them for a job, call you, you know, when a baby's being born. You know, we're not going to give an account, I say this all the time, for the wins and losses or a scoreboard one day, but we're going to give an account for how we've impacted other people, our relationship with Christ. And so really the foundation here is built on that standard and that culture.
That's awesome. What do you expect, JP, from this team this season? What would 2026, how would you say that would be a successful year?
Yeah, loving one another on the field is the first thing. I want our fans in the stands to see a team that loves one another. They play for each other. They play hard for one another. And then on defense, if we're talking about schematically stuff, on defense I want them to see a physical football team, 11 hats to the football, being aggressive. On offense, you know, we're a run-oriented team first. We want to run the football to open up the pass. And obviously you have your special teams, which is the third phase of the game.
Absolutely. Who are your captains this year?
Our seniors. We put a lot of pressure on our seniors every year because this is their last year. You know, we always tell them the other day, it's your last first practice, it's your last first Midnight Madness, last time you have your jamboree. So we really want our seniors to lead, and we feel like if our seniors lead, the underclassmen will follow, and so they pass that torch as years go on.
Excellent advice. Offensively, what is your base system or formation?
We're a hybrid wing tee. You know, some people think wing tee is under center and 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but it's not. We're up tempo, we're no huddle. We can go under center, which a lot of teams don't see much anymore. We can also get in the shotgun and take everybody out of the box. So we're a hybrid, multiple wing tee offense.
With your young quarterback, sophomore Luke McLean taking the helm, does he have the freedom to change at the line as he see offensive?
Sometimes, yeah. You know, if we have a pass play called, or if he has a protection he wants to change, or you know maybe he'll come to the sideline and say, you know, let's look at this, or kind of, you know, he's on the field as the general manager out there. So. Maybe not a free reign of doing it, but definitely take into account what he sees out there if we maybe need to tweak something.
There you go. Now, defensively, what do you see as your base front and like your coverage philosophy?
We're a multiple 50. We play a lot of country cover 3, so to call it. We also play match, which is man. There's a lot of different fronts and schemes that we can get in on defense based on what other teams are doing too. So, you know, you may play a running team, we may be in this. A passing team, you have to make adjustments and do something different.
Gotcha. Hey, what are the 2 or 3 biggest things to winning this Friday night's game against West Columbus?
One is taking care of the football and limiting mistakes and penalties. The 2 things we tell our team all the time is that turnovers and penalties will get you beat. So the first thing is protecting the football and then limiting those mistakes and those penalties.
One last question. How has practice gone this week since they were up against North Brunswick Friday night at the Bash at the Beach, the Jamboree they used to call it. What improvements have you seen since that game Friday night?
Yeah, really trying to pick up our pace, our practice intensity. We've had 3 scrimmages against some pretty solid teams, and some of them that are in higher classifications. So trying to pick up the tempo, pick up the pace. We feel that if we can practice at game speed, then it'll slow the game down for us as far as making adjustments, being where we're supposed to be.
Gotcha. I actually said that was one last thing, but this is one last thing. What is the one thing your team must establish early Friday night?
Being physical on defense. I didn't think we did that last year all the time. 11 hats rallying to the football. I thought we missed too many tackles, and we worked on that. And then trying to dominate up front with the offensive line, getting the run game going so that we can open up the pass. And then the last thing we've been working on is special teams. You got to be really good on special teams.
Good stuff. And we'll talk with you again next week about the post game and what you look forward to in next week's game against West Brunswick the following week. But one game at a time, right,
That's
Coach?
it. We always tell our team the next game is the most important game. It's all that matters.
Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you.